Hey folks, I wanted to go over what I thought about Delhi crime. It is based on the 2012 gang rape case in Delhi, also known as Nirbhaya. Nirbhaya meaning fearless, as you know, Indian press does not allow for victims' names to be published. And I understand this is a sensitive topic for a lot of us, so I can, understand how much one wants to tune in while listening into this, or maybe not, I totally get it. So basically, it is a fictionalized version. I know there have been a couple documentaries already made about how, this went about. This is interesting in that it's told from the perspective of Delhi police. You have the main lead, Shefali Shah, who is a great police officer, and her name is Vartika Chaturvedi. And basically, she finds out about this and she builds her own team where she deploys resources that are existing, and she's divvying up tasks, and she's like, we need to find these people right, the night that it happened, right? So it kind of unfolds in this way. Now, so the gloominess is interesting in that, the case itself is really, really sad, right? It's just, basically what happens is this girl and her guy friend get on a bus and they get gang raped by 6 people. It is just so gut-wrenching to hear all the details of what went on, and there was more physical abuse. Literally, she was torn apart, right? It's really hard hearing about that every time, and every time you see when it is brought up, or when there is a scene in the hospital, it is really gut-wrenching. But there is an aspect to the show which gives hope, right? So it's not 100% gloomy. You want to continue to watch it, right? You're continuing to root for goodness in the world, right? So basically the episodes, they take you on this journey of capturing the suspects, showing that the police is actually trying to do their job. And I think that's where it gets really interesting, right? You have all these different police officers who are trying to grapple with it at their different stage in life, right? For example, Vartika Chaturvedi, she has a daughter who wants to go to Toronto, and she's trying to convince her daughter to stay. And this case comes up, and it takes a week from her life, basically, where she's trying to convince her daughter, hey, you should really stay, right? Kind of goes against that mechanism. Her mom is trying to make the world a better place, right? And then you have one of the supporting characters, not supporting, but whatever, Vartika Chaturvedi's subordinates, Bhupendra, played by, Rajesh Dailong, and he is great. He is great in that he doesn't have, the studied formal education, but the way he processes and thinks is very, it comes from, a mind, who's done a lot of critical thinking, which goes to show that, maybe not just all the education in the world can lead you to making people's lives better, right? So it's great how he serves as a support system for Vartika, and also how he tries to comprehend. And he has his own daughter he's trying to get married off to, right? And so they both kind of discuss at the end of the day, we all want what's best for our daughters, right? And then you have Kirti, who just joined, and her first day is at a checkpoint, and she uncovers these elephant tusks, which immediately is a huge marker in Vartika's eyes, well, this girl can be capable. So Kirti, essentially, she serves as someone who stays in the hospital with the victim Deepika's parents and Deepika, right, making sure that she's understanding all the needs and conveying every single thing to her and her parents, right? I can understand Vartika just giving her that duty, but she did it because she knows that Kirti is around Deepika's age, right? So in a way communicating to the parents, right? Creating that sense of family there. Right? She's just joined the police and she was like, what is this? Like, we can't deliver justice. Like, you know, I'm on my first day and I'm like, you know, doing this case now, right? So, and you see from the eyes of someone who's not jaded, right? It's their first time being involved and you know, and at the end of the day, because, you know, she is staying with the victim the entire time, she's just like, I just want Deepika to make it alive. And it's so hard because everyone gets caught up in this chase of trying to get the suspects. And, you know, so that's what I think is really important. In terms of acting, now I think that there are great actors. I think this is truly the era of ensembles and good stories, right? Like Shefali Shah, obviously her character is like just phenomenal. Like, I think she needs to get more roles. I want to see more women like her on screen. Honestly, why aren't there more, right? You see her character going out of like this really rigid, hard leader side to like this caring, nurturing person, and it's so great to see that. Parallel to this story, there's also Shefali Shah's higher up Adil Hussain. In the show, his name is Kumar Vijay, or Vijay, yeah, Kumar Vijay, and he is trying to deal with the politics, right? Basically, people are saying, hey, the Delhi police is not doing an adequate job, and he's just trying to come to terms, and he's calling his, you know, subordinate, Ritika, back and forth, like, hey, what's happening? What's going on in this case? And she's like, hey, we're doing our best. We've done X, Y, Z. And then slowly there's a beautiful arc built where he's like, at the end of the day, he believes in Delhi police, right? And he's like, you will have the answers, you know, you have to wait. And, you know, so I like his character too, right? You have like different viewpoints, right? From the viewpoint of politics, from the viewpoint of a senior leader in Delhi police, from someone who's just started, from the subordinate of a Delhi police leader, right? Just all these great points, right? Like speaking into this ensemble. And a lot of folks might say it is biased towards Delhi police. I get it, right? It is a show designed around how they got the suspects, and, you know, some people might say there's not enough attention or, you know, kind of questioning around why the suspects did what they did, right? Why, right? There is a scene where this, you know, police leader explains like, hey, this is what kind of, you know, went on in someone's mind, maybe, you know, because of the huge like social economic difference, right, between how much people earn. It just makes them like, you know, want to be like, you know, folks who are richer, and that's why they do XYZ things. And, you know, but overall I think there could have definitely been like a why. And I get it, that is like honestly probably really emotionally consuming, and that is maybe one of the reasons Richie Mehta wanted to keep it out, you know. But I think that it was really important having you know, Deepika, having Kirti, having Bartika, the doctor, also a woman, you know, a lot more voices, right, of women that definitely need to be heard, right, especially when we are trying to portray stories like this. So overall, I think it was really good and meaningful, and, you know, at the end of the day, there is some hope. Delhi Crime Season 2 is in the works, so I hope we see something as impactful as this. You know, we definitely need more stories to be told and shared, right? So yeah, it was great watching it. It gave me a sense of hope, and I hope it does for you as well. Thanks.